Welcome to the Sned Drive-In.
Here's a choice of food and drink to satisfy anyone and everyone. You'll find something to please you to add to your evening's enjoyment. Something to please all tastes and age groups. It's 7 minutes till showtime.
Over there.
Over where?
Over there.
Over here?
No, over there.
Over there.
The warehouse is in danger, the goodies we must save. All officers report at once, the situation's grave. Go get 'em, boys, for God's sake. The culprits must be stopped. We'll make the scene with our siren, Arizona pop as pop. Aha! The guilty ones are trapped, we've now performed our mission. But the climax isn't capped until we have an intermission.
It's 6 minutes till showtime.
Martin Music Center carries a complete line of the finest musical instruments and supplies. Exclusive dealer for Hammond, Cable, and Melloid grand organs and pianos. Let Russ Parrish, manager, or Earl Nicola show you the beautiful new models of Hammond organs. Class instruction by the talented teaching staff makes learning easy and fun. So for all of your musical needs, visit Martin's Music Center, 537 North Columbus Street.
Yeah, folks, Joni in the snack bar, she wanted me to let you know we got a special
Enjoy your evening to
on
the
hot
fullest.
dogs.
How about some
That's
snowy,
right,
crisp,
hot
and crunchy
dogs,
popcorn?
2 for 1.
That's a fine
The
way
best
to relax.
hot dogs you
Just
ever
sit
had.
and munch contentedly while
Visit
you
the
enjoy
snack
the
bar.
show.
Thank you.
Bring enough popcorn back for the whole family. Everyone likes popcorn.
Welcome to the Sned Drive-In.
Here's a choice of food and drink to satisfy anyone and everyone. You'll find something to please you to add to your evening's enjoyment. Something to please all tastes and age groups.
Yeah. Hey, Jimmy. Jimmy. Yeah, we need a jumper. On aisle 2, car 7. Battery down, we need a jumper. Thank you.
It's 7 minutes till showtime.
Over there.
Over where?
Over there.
Over here?
No, over there.
Over there.
The warehouse is in danger. The goodies we must save. All officers report at once. The situation's grave. Go get 'em, boys. For goodness sake. The culprits must be stopped. We'll make the scene with our siren. Their soda pop is pop. Aha! The guilty ones are trapped. We've now performed our mission. But the climax isn't kept until we have an intermission.
Folks, please, if you're eating at McDonald's, you're not doing us any favors. Please, visit the snack bar. That's right, visit the snack bar. Thank you.
Martin Music Center carries a complete line of the finest musical instruments and supplies. Exclusive dealer for Hammond, Cable, and Melloid grand organs and pianos. Let Russ Parrish, manager, or Earl Nicola show you the beautiful new models of Hammond organs. Class instruction by the talented teaching staff makes learning easy and fun. So for all of your musical needs, visit Martin's Music Center, 537 North Columbus Street.
It's 5 minutes till showtime. Enjoy your evening to the fullest. How about some snowy, crisp, and crunchy popcorn? That's a fine way to relax. Just sit and munch contentedly while you enjoy the show. Bring enough popcorn back for the whole family. Everyone likes popcorn. And now, Mom and Dad want a cup of good, satisfying coffee. That's the kind we serve, full of flavor and satisfaction.
Folks, it's really delicious, and we know you'll enjoy it, too. At our refreshment stand, you'll find these pizza pies, freshly baked to your order. Make sure you get yours and enjoy it now.
It's 4 minutes till showtime. What's your pleasure, sir or madam, and all you kiddies too? Sandwiches, freshly made from quality ingredients, soft drinks, cool, tangy, and refreshing. A hot dog? There you are, tender, juicy, done to a turn with some fixins.
Folks, whoever's in lane 3, your lights are still on. Could you turn your lights off, please? Shine it on the screen. Thank you.
All your favorite soft drinks for your selection. Something to eat for everyone. Soft drinks to make your evening complete. Delicious, fresh, and satisfying to help your entertainment reach the peak of family fun. It's 3 minutes till showtime.
Ice cream bars. It's the handy way to enjoy smooth, rich, creamy ice cream. Get some.
Yes, sir. The hot dogs at our concession stand do rate an appreciative whistle.
It's 2 minutes till showtime.
Yes, there's an air about hot coffee that's hard to resist. Full-bodied, refreshing hot coffee makes any time a pleasant interlude. Won't you have some now?
It's 1 minute till showtime.
Hey everyone, it's Eric. Now that we're at the 1 minute point, I'm just going to do a what couldn't have been physically possible with real film, which is to pause. And just let everybody know, this is just the drive-in, the SNED drive-in recap show for the nights that Dave's got to get some much-needed rest, Saturdays and Sundays and Wednesdays, and any other emergency days that might pop up. We just had the idea to, when we tested OBS, I wanted to put this little drive-in shtick together, and it was kind of fun. And so I figured this would be a good way to play recaps. We've got a lot of edited cuts of Dave and the show, as well as other stuff that I bring to the table with, campy Christmas plays that I've done in the past. And as this develops, this is a developing thing. So if people have requests, if you can try to get those through to us, down the road, this will develop. And I can see that screen having lots of different things on it besides just the show every time. Mostly show, but a mixture. So it's kind of fun if people want to come and connect with the chat. You're not going to get any hard-hitting news every second. If something amazing comes through, I'll certainly come in, and bring it to your attention. This the way I'm doing right now. But for the most part, this is just a fun place to connect on the weekends and on the Wednesdays so that you got a place to be and you don't have to be away from the SNED folks all week. So I'm going to unpause the 1 minute and it's going to roll through. And like I said, this will change on different nights. I'm going to try to change it up here and there so it doesn't become rote and boring for everybody. But everybody, please have fun. We love all you guys. And thanks for coming and enjoy the show.
Please remember to replace the speaker on the post when you leave the theater.
Settle back now, content, comfortable, well-fed, and ready for some fine entertainment. Is everybody happy? Then let's go. It's showtime.
It's just a simple new paradise. You just a roll with it, baby. Come on, just a roll with it, baby. Yeah, baby, roll with it, baby. Hey, you just a roll with it, baby.
Eric Swanson, some Stevie Winwood.
Are we going to do two feelings today? I think we are, aren't we?
Dr. Hardy's office is Peter.
We don't speak too much about it.
Is that really my son?
It was so not him.
It's the strangest thing to watch.
Will you kill me if I tell him?
No, tell him.
It was just crazy because nobody in the community even knew that George was in a film.
I was in a movie back in 1989. It's called Troll 2, and it's become known as the worst film of all time.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I laughed in about the middle of the movie.
It was so bad.
I maybe hoped it wouldn't be as bad as it was, but it was.
I had no idea what it all meant or what I was doing or what I was saying.
By every conceivable measure, this is a bad film.
Oh my gosh, that's the worst movie I've ever seen.
There's this movie you've got to see. I've watched it a million times.
Thank you all for coming to the 5th annual Los Angeles Troll 2 party.
Oh my God, you didn't see it? You haven't seen Troll 2? We're watching it now.
That's what people do with this movie. They pass the DVD around like it's the Bible.
2 decades after it was made, Troll 2 is finally finding an audience.
It is sold out for tonight.
My friends and I thought we were like the only people in the world who knew about this.
Wow. Hey, nice to meet you. I don't feel that kind of feeling when I'm drilling a cavity.
But do you think that you were the worst movie? I did a very good movie.
He really believed in what he was making.
Action! You are an actor. Okay. You cannot laugh.
I really wanted to be an actor from the start.
Oh boy.
I think George was born an actor. Dentistry is just a stage he's on.
Can I ask you another question? Honestly, I'm like a cult luminary. When I go to these screenings, I would never dream. Does anybody want my autograph? But anyway, we'll go over your treatment plan in just a second. So, I was in a film called Troll 2.
Okay.
Snedtasm.
Is it a nightmare?
Snedtasm.
Is it an illusion?
Snedtasm.
Is it an evil?
You have to take me home.
But why?
No questions. You must take me home.
Snedtasm.
Is it a fantasy?
Snedtasm.
Is it alive?
There was nobody driving.
Whatever it is, if this one doesn't scare you, you're already dead.
Snedtasm.
Cheers, everybody. Having a little hot tea. My Big Daddy mug. My little girl made for me. I tell you about this mug. I'll tell you a quick story. We'll start off with a little story time with Uncle Dave, and then we'll get going. So, good evening, everybody. So, we're going to a Big Lots back in the day. My wife and my little girl, and she must have been, I don't know, 4 years old. And maybe younger, maybe 3. And she goes ahead of me down this aisle. Amy peels off one aisle, and I'm following her. I'm kind of lollygagging, looking around. And she just turns around and she says, "Come on, Big Daddy." She had never called me Big Daddy in my life. Nobody had called me Big Daddy, back in my single days maybe. All right. But nobody had called me Big Daddy until that moment in time. And she turns down this corridor. She wasn't reading yet, and she wasn't even at that aisle yet. So she turns down this aisle, and I turn down this aisle, and the first thing I see up on the counter or up on the rack is that. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. So of course I bought it, and I've been using it ever since. So cheers, everybody. Catherine, we're going to get shirts. Thank you. The shout out was to Wisconsin that we got your stuff. What?
We're going to get shirts.
That's going to
submit your artwork.
Yeah. That's actually going to be on the shirt. Yeah.
The 14th Amendment. We got it.
Oh my God. That was a good one, Dave.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, you guys try holding it all together. Oh man.
Just get your markers out and make your own damn shirts.
Yeah, and just send us the money. That'll work.
Yeah. Send us $10.
We'll give you a kit. A white shirt and a Sharpie.
I'll send you a stencil. Oh gosh.
Wow.
Shoot. That was great. I loved it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dave.
Jeez.
I love you, man.
Love you too, man. This is awesome.
Hey everyone, just chiming in. Like I said, I'm going to mix up some stuff. This one's about 20-30 minutes, so if it's not everybody's bag, I understand. But this is from the United States Naval Academy band, the Electric Brigade. We were the rock band, the enlisted band for that region of the country and for the midshipmen. And you get a lot of folks out at the Naval Academy that are there to support the operations of the Naval Academy, you know, fixing the little boats that they use to train with and keeping steam going everywhere. And so there's a contingent of naval station folks across the river. And every Christmas, since we didn't have a lot of Christmas parties to do like other Navy bands because of our territory, we broke down and did these campy little Christmas plays and humiliated ourselves, although I loved doing it. I had a blast, and most of the guys did. And we'd put these little plagiaristic plays on, you know, ripping off Wizard of Oz and all these things and replacing all the characters with snowmen and such. And it was a lot of fun, actually. And so these people would come with their kids, these hardworking men and women enlisted and commissioned, to this little miniature auditorium on the Naval Academy. And we'd put on these little campy plays. And I've got a number of them that I'll be probably featuring during these SNED drive-in segments. Because, you know, let's face it, even though it's an awful year, I know in many ways, there's still technically Christmas coming. So some people are still attempting to stay festive. And these things have some cute moments. There's a lot of the kids really enjoyed them. We worked very hard to do these so that the kids would love them. There's one that rips off The Wizard of Oz, The Wizard of Christmas, which is this one. I have a Star Trek TNG version. We have a Rock and Roll Christmas. And I think there's one other that I can crowbar in the next days off. But this is just for when Dave's got to be off. He needs some time off. He needs to sleep. He needs to be with his beautiful family so they don't kill him. You know, that would be much worse if he were to be murdered and we don't have him at all. So, you know, we got to give him up on these days. And so this is just a place you can come and connect and chat and look at some old stuff. And if it's not your bag, you know, that's fine. So I'll let this unpause. And there's still going to be a mixture of crazy stuff and some Dave cuts. They're all cuts from the old Facebook days that I've done already. These last couple of weeks with the bad sound is going to be tough for me to cut anything because the sound is awful. Now that we're back to the shore mic, I'll be able to do some cutting of some stuff because that last show just sounded gorgeous. I mean, Todd and Cindy and Dave just yapping on a Friday night. That was one of the most beautiful things I ever heard. So I will be able to start cutting some new stuff. So this will become more of a recap than an old school review of shows. So I hope you enjoy. If this is your thing, I know for me it's just kind of fun. I love you all and enjoy the show.
Just how are all of you today? Are you getting ready for Christmas? I'll bet you're all wondering what I'm doing here talking to you instead of getting ready myself. Well, I'm here to tell you a story about a little doll named Dorothy and what happened to her one Christmas Eve. It all began as I was delivering my presents. Dorothy fell out of the sleigh and into an adventure in which you would meet several new friends and have an encounter with mean old Mr. Scrooge.
Oh dear! Where am I? I told that dumb giraffe to stop pushing. Now I'm lost. I want to go home. I wonder which way I should go. Oh, what does it matter? I haven't got a home. I don't know where Santa is taking me. Oh, what should I do? Just let me think. Why are there so many songs about rainbows and what's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, but only illusions, and rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. I know they're wrong, wait and see. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. La-da-da-dee-da-da-da, I know what I'll do. I'll go to the North Pole and ask Santa I belong. He'll help me. He knows everything.
I'm going to pop in here for a second, folks, and just tell you a little bit about... This is the daughter of our trumpet player in the rock band, and it's one of the better trumpet players that I ever worked with. This trumpet player was actually married to another tenor player, and he once admitted to me that, don't tell Kathy this, but I enjoy playing with you more than with her, because we just synced up so well. We had to audition this little girl because we were afraid to put her on stage. There had been an adult vocalist that used to play this role of Dorothy that falls off the sleigh, and we wanted to use a real little kid, and we knew we had her, but we didn't know if she could do it. We were terrified. We had to go to his house, and I had to give her this very gentle, don't really know what it is audition just to make sure she could handle the role and be able to sing, and she was excellent. So I knew really quickly that, okay, she's going to be okay, and then she did such an amazing job. We rehearsed with her for weeks, as we do in the Navy, and she gave that audience her absolute best. From the first words that came out of her mouth, we almost all fainted. It's like, where did that come from? So it was just a night. The two of us were just high on life at how exciting it was that she did such a great performance, and the show came off pretty well. But anyway, it's a silly, campy little show. Hope you enjoy it, and I'll unpause. Enjoy The Wizard of Christmas.
Humbug! Did you hear that?
I'll ask Santa Claus. He knows everything.
Fooey! Well, just what we need. Another little dolly that walks and talks. Fooey! I'll make sure she never gets to the North Pole to see Santa Claus. No one could possibly miss one less doll at Christmas, could they? Bah, humbug. I hate Christmas.
Why, sure. I think it's that way, right there. Yeah, it's straight. No, I'm sorry. Right there. Yeah, it's this way right here. So you go straight down this way, and take a left, and then a right, and then a left, and... No. Yeah, it's this way. I was right the first time. I think.
Stop! Are you trying to confuse me? Or can you make up your mind?
Well, you see, that's just the thing. I can't make up my mind. I haven't got a brain.
Really?
Uh-huh.
What would you do with a brain if you had one?
What would I do? Well, I got a list right here. I would wait away the season with no rhyme or reason, consulting with the rain. And my head I'd be scratching, my thoughts were busy hatching if I only had a brain. I'd unravel every riddle for any individual in trouble or in pain. What do you think?
With the thoughts, you would be thinking you could be another Lincoln if you only had a brain.
Oh, I could tell you why. The rain, it changes to snow. And I'd sit around and think some more. Maybe I'd even fly, and then think even more. And Rudolph's team I'd fit in, like Dasher, Comet, and Blitzen, with Santa at the reins. I'd dance and be happy, and sing a song that's snappy, if I only had a brain. Yeah, that's it. That's all I have. That's all I have.
Do you really think you could fit in Santa's team of reindeer?
Do I? I've always wanted to work with Rudolph. You see, he's my hero. But the problem is I'm just not smart enough.
Hey!
Yes?
I'm on my way right now to ask Santa to find me a home. Why don't you come with me and ask Santa to find you a brain? He's such a wonderful man and he gives such wonderful gifts.
Do you really think it could help?
Why not? Besides, there's no harm in trying.
Sure! Let's go!
1, 2, 3, 4.
Texas. And frankly, man, I'm too darn big to be an elf.
That's just awful.
Yes, it surely is. Most elves are small and puny, but I am baby loony. I stand above the clouds. But in my occupation, height is just an aberration. That is why I have no job. I'd be proud and I would swagger like a Viking with a dagger. And I would be a snob. Yes, my life would be rosy. I'd be so comfy cozy if I only had a job. Picture me, a Christmas tree, and decorated so. Way on top where all the large elves can go. Big elves on top, small elves below. Without a job, I'm useless. As an orange that is juiceless. Or a door without a knob. Yes, my life would be rosy. I'd be so comfy cozy if I only had some work.
Hey, I'll bet Santa could help him.
Yes, you're right. We're going to visit him right now. Why don't you come with us and see?
Do you really think he could help?
Why not? We stand.
Well, let's go!
2, 3, 4.
We're off to look for Santa, the wonderful Santa Claus. We have is a wonderful man, because of their Santas. If ever a wonderful man there was, the man from the north is so big. Because of the wonderful things he does. We're off to look for Santa, the wonderful Santa Claus. Thank you.
What was that? You all scared me. Hey, what are you all doing this far north? I thought I was alone.
Why are you jumpy?
Yeah.
Why are you so nervous?
Oh, it's that mean old Mr. Scrooge. He's after me again. He tries to melt every snowman he sees.
That's just awful.
Yeah.
Why do you let him do that to you? You should stand up to him.
Well, I can't. You see, I'm afraid of him. In fact, I'm afraid of just about everything. It's hard to know much blissy when you're born to be a sissy without the vim and verve. I could show all my prowess, be a snowman, not a mouse, if I only had the knife. Our courage has departed, and I am chicken-hearted, a fate I don't deserve. I could be a happy fellow, no one dare would call me yellow, if I only had the knife. Picture me so gallantly, a knight in stories old. Before me maidens faint and dragons fold, I'd be so brave, I'd be so bold. Ow, I'd be quick to punish fully every dominating bully without any reserve. celebration. If I only had the knife.
Say, why can't we take him with us to see Santa?
Yeah, I bet Santa could help him too.
Yes, that's a great idea. Let's go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We're off to look for Santa, the wonderful Santa Claus. We hear he is a wonderful man because of the things he does. If ever a wonderful man there was, the man from the north is one because of the wonderful things he does. Woo-hoo! We're off to look for Santa, the wonderful Santa Claus.
Well now, Dorothy and her friends headed further north. And the closer they got to the North Pole, the air got colder as their expectations grew warmer. And they all felt that the end of their journey would see an end to each of their problems. But first, they had an unexpected difficulty. They met face to face with that mean old grump, Mr. Scrooge.
That should fix them. They'll never get to the North Pole now. Who's that?
It's me, no Mr. Scrooge. Don't let them see me. Hey, look! He turned the North Pole sign. Now we don't know which way to go.
So that's Mr. Scrooge, huh? He doesn't look so mean to me. Let me go over and talk to him. Hello, Mr. Scrooge. Merry Christmas.
Bah humbug! Merry Christmas. Let me tell you something about Christmas, little dolly. You don't know anything about Christmas, do you? Well, have yourself a rotten little Christmas. I hope it's cloudy, gloomy, and gray. As for me, well, I hope that it rains all day. It's a lame excuse for people to stop working. The banks are closed all day. Santa Claus is lurking in each alleyway. Christmas cards should be postage due. Bah humbug should be all you hear. Christmas Day, it's just once a year. While all the rest are filled with tears. So turn the lights off, throw away the tinsel, ditch that plastic tree, for crying out loud. No one ever gave a Christmas gift to me. That's why I say, have yourself a rotten little Christmas, just like me.
How can you say such nasty things? You're a mean man, Mr. Scrooge.
You think that's mean? You wait until you see what I'm gonna do to you, little dolly!
Hey! You leave Dorothy alone. She's my best friend and the nicest doll I ever met.
Hey, be careful! you'll get yourself all hot and melt.
How can anybody get hot way up here? Actually, it's getting kind of cool.
You know, hadn't noticed it until this very minute, how cold it is. I didn't realize how far north we were up here. I didn't dress for this. I could freeze to death up here.
Say, I bet Santa's workshop's nice and warm. If we only knew which way to go.
But you don't, do you?
But Scrooge changed the side. Serves him right if he freezes.
Yeah. You know, he doesn't have to freeze. I'll tell you what, Scrooge. You tell us which way to the North Pole, and we'll take you with us to Santa's nice...
No.
Warm...
Warm?
Workshop.
Did you say warm?
Mm-hmm.
Would be nice to be warm.
So what do you think?
No, can't do it. Couldn't do it. But, you know, if you're leading the way, you probably wouldn't make it there anyway, so...
Hey, buddy.
Oh, whatever. It's that way. Go ahead.
We're off to look for Santa, the wonderful Santa Claus. He's a wonderful man because of the things he does. If ever a wonderful man there was, the man from the north is one because of the wonderful things he does. We're off to look for Santa, the wonderful Santa Claus.
Where'd you go? Wait for me!
Hey, Jody. Jody. You should have told me that. All right,
So you see, Santa, we all made this trip to ask you to help us with very special problems.
Well, I think I can help each of you. First, Mr. Reindeer, so you think you need a brain, do you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you showed plenty of brains. The way you maneuvered Scrooge and got him to show you which way the North Pole was. That shows great intelligence. You know, I think I just may have a place for you with my team of reindeer.
You mean me? You mean a job with Rudolph?
Yes, with Rudolph.
Oh, I can't believe this. This is so wonderful. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had very shiny nose. And if you ever saw him, you would even say close. All of those other reindeers used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph laugh and call them names. I didn't think it was very nice. They never used to let him play any of those reindeer games either. But see, then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa, he came to say, "Hey Rudolph, with your nose so good, won't you come and guide my sleigh tonight?" Then all those reindeers, they loved him, and they just shouted out with glee, "Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, you go down in history." Thanks, Santa, you're the best.
Well, now then, Mr. Snowman. So you think you lack courage, do you?
I do.
Well, you showed great courage the way you protected Dorothy and stood up to that old Mr. Scrooge.
Yeah, I guess I did, didn't I?
You're such a fine snowman. You remind me of another snowman that I know.
I know him. Let me tell you about him. Frosty the Snowman was a jolly happy soul with a corncob pipe and a button nose and two eyes made out of coal. Frosty the Snowman was a fairy tale, they say. He was made of snow, but the children know how he came to life one day. He led them down the streets of town, right to the traffic cop. But he only paused a moment when he heard him holler, "Stop!" Frosty the Snowman had to hurry on his way. But he waved goodbye, saying, "Don't you cry, I'll be back again someday." A thumpity thump thump, thumpity thump thump, look at Frosty go. A thumpity thump thump, thumpity thump thump, over the hills of snow. Thank you.
Well then, Mr. Elf, I can solve your problem very easily. You know, everyone should have the chance to do the type of work that they enjoy. And I just happen to have a place for you right here in my workshop. I would like to offer you a job here at the North Pole.
For me? This is just too exciting! There's some big old hills, Texas, that I am going to see. And when I go to meet them, they'll buddy only me. And when I get to meet them, it'll almost break my heart. But when we get together, we'll never be apart. This is just fantastic! You know, last time I was this excitable, I just can't remember that. This is great! You know, I may have to fill out some pertinent tax information, but this is really the best thing that's happened to me in the last 5 minutes at least. I am very, very pleased. Thank you. But say now that that's been so exciting, what about Dorothy? What about that gosh darn doll from the north? How can you help her?
No problem. She never had to worry about having a home. She always had a home right here with me.
Oh, thank you, Santa. I feel so good. There's no place like home. I'll be home for Christmas. You can count on me. Please have
Christmas time. I think I'm gonna be sick.
Oh, Mr. Scrooge, I almost forgot about you. I have something for you too. How about a nice, warm coat for your long trip home?
A gift? A gift? Nobody ever gives gifts to Scrooge. What a fool I've been. This is a beautiful coat. I don't know what I did to deserve it. I'm so sorry, everybody. I've been a mean man. And you were so nice to me. You gave me this coat. And I have no present for you. But if I change my tune, I could sing you a song. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, all troubles will be out of sight. Feels much better. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Oh, I feel something coming on me now. Well, here we are, as in olden days. Those magic, crazy, golden days of yore. Faithful friends that are dear to us, they travel near to us once more. And through the years, we all will be together. If the fates allow, hang a shining star up on the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
Wonderful, Mr. Scrooge. Christmas is a wonderful time, isn't it? It's a time of giving and sharing. And most of all, it's a time of love and hope.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hey folks, it's Eric. Coming up on another clock, little 6-minute clock, and then I'm going to roll into some more Dave cuts. Just hope people are having an okay time. I know some people this isn't their bag. I just wanted something for people to be able to connect on the chat, and they can look at some of the old shows while Dave gets a much needed rest. Believe me, if something happens during a news day, whether it's Saturday, Sunday, or Wednesday, Dave's going to come on. We all know that. We know Dave well enough to know that if some big, huge boom occurs, you're not going to be looking at the Sned drive-in that night. You're going to be looking at Dave in front of the folks. So for this time period, this is a time to let our hair down a little bit and try to connect and try to, comfort each other in a time that's a little crazy. The whole year has been crazy, let's face it. I think we're close, this is just my opinion. I've heard that December 21st is going to be a red letter day. And of course, we can't prove any of this, but I think we're close to some big things. I know we've all been waiting, and it's frustrating. It's tough to be patient. But my goal here was just to try to improve some of the tech for the show, which is very difficult because I'm so far away from David physically, and it's very hard on me. But we've done pretty good. Dave keeps his toes tapping. Everybody's been very patient and very understanding of the tech issues we've had. So this is just something so we can connect. It sprung from an effort to get to a different way of broadcasting the show with some gear that died. So this is what we got. So what we got coming is a 6-minute clock and some short stuff. We got a Mr. Whiskers Catterday special, sustainable show, and viewer mail. And viewer mail is what I would describe as an eye cleaner. Your eyes will be very clean if you happen to stick around and watch viewer mail. And then we'll continue on through, and I hope you enjoy it. Take care. I love you guys. Enjoy the show.
Show starts in 8 minutes. Yum, yum. It's time for a tasty and refreshing snack. Promise to satisfy your hunger, your thirst, your sweet tooth. So visit our refreshment center now. Let's go! Show starts in 7 minutes.
It's refreshment time, folks.
Taste that beats the others cold. Pepsi pours it on. Taste that beats the others cold.
Yeah, folks, Joni in the snack bar, she wanted me to let you know we got a special on hot dogs. That's right, hot dogs. 2 for 1. The best hot dogs you ever had. Visit the snack bar. Thank you.
As everyone knows, rainbows usually have a treasure at the end. Let's follow this one and see if we can find the pot of gold.
Ah, there, and I suppose you've come to claim me treasure.
Well, we'd like to see the gold first.
Faith, and there's better than gold in here, me lad. No, just look here, no.
Candy, refreshing soft drinks, popcorn, ice cream. Well, that's some treasure, but anyone can buy luscious treats like these at the snack bar.
You don't tell me. Do you suppose you could get me a job as a snack bar attendant?
Show starts in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Hey, Jimmy. Jimmy. Yeah, we need a jumper. On aisle 2, car 7. Battery down, we need a jumper. Thank you.
Coffee and snacks, and many other pleasing treats. Our foods are fresh and tasty, our drinks satisfying and refreshing. They're so good.
You get more out of life when you go out to a movie.
Show starts in 4 minutes. Visit our snack bar and treat yourself to some delicious Castleberry's pit-cooked barbecue sandwiches. Cook the Castleberry way, slowly over open pits of glowing charcoal, then seasoned with a sauce that's zesty, yet delightfully mild to please the entire family. Also at the snack bar, you'll find popcorn and soft drinks and candy and French fries to go with your Castleberry's barbecue sandwiches. There's plenty of time before the movie starts, so visit our snack bar right now for Castleberry's pit-cooked barbecue sandwiches.
Still plenty of time to come and be served at the refreshment center before show.
Folks, whoever's in lane 3, your lights are still on. Could you turn your lights off, please? Shine it on the screen. Thank you.
Show starts in 2 minutes.
Your attention, please.
Folks, please. If you're eating at McDonald's, you're not doing us any favors. Please, visit the snack bar. That's right, visit the snack bar. Thank you.
High voltage. For your own safety, do not attempt to repair or remove wires. Do not attempt to open heater unit. If you need assistance, please notify the theater box office or concession manager.
Show starts in 1 minute.
Please remember to replace the speaker on the post when you leave the theater.
And now, on with the show.
Hello? Hello? I'm in the yard. Hey, I'm in the yard.
There's Mr. Whiskers for you. Hey, buddy. What's going on? Do you ever notice how some organizations thrive and other organizations flounder or fail. And it really has everything to do with the climate of the organization in terms of the people and the energy that's created by those people and the leaders. So you have a situation where you have a really good organization. You want to hire and you want to promote in the mirror, if you will, or of that organization, or in the model of that organization. Similarity. We love ourselves. We love, it's been said that we love hearing about ourselves. We love talking about ourselves 95% of the time. And the other 5% of the time, we love hearing you talk about us, right? And or others talk about us. And so it shouldn't be a surprise that leaders of an organization are going to hire like-minded folks. And it's also going to be very common to see leaders of organizations that are failing hiring like-minded folks. And that's why you see problem organizations like our government hiring people that are like themselves. Status quo, don't rock the boat, don't be a pioneer, visionary. This is pretty typical government, and that's why our government is a mess. And then you have other organizations that hire, but they're not doing well, and so they continue to not do well. Oh, hello. There's my. How you doing? It's a new look for me. There's Mr. Whistle Whiskers for you. Hey, buddy, what's going on? So, at any rate, the great organizations certainly hire what the leadership looks like, but in the Daniel, good morning. Yes, no trailblazing, exactly. But speaking of butts, there needs to be trailblazing in every organization, and so it's so important to hire those types of people, right? And especially government to shake things up a bit. And so the organizations that find themselves, hiring like-minded folks are just, that aren't doing well to begin with, are just going to do poorer and poorer. So those were just my thoughts, because a friend recently didn't get a job that she was up for, that she would have been incredible for. And it's just mind-boggling that they didn't hire her, and given all the situations, I won't get specific about it, but mind-boggling. But yeah, so and it's not sour grapes or anything. It's like she was really, really the amazing person for the job, and would have taken the organization to another level, and she didn't get it because they, not ready for that level of individual, I guess. So, at any rate, I slept right after Hunter. Good morning, bud. I slept right after camp about 8 o'clock for several hours, and then woke up and been up, and now I'm gonna take a little nap before I wake up again. So, love y'all. I'm gonna crash and make it a great day. Mr. Whistle Whiskers says, make it a great day. All right, see you guys. A pretty amazing group of people we have here in the theater, and so glad to have you guys with me alongside on this journey. You guys are amazing. We are going to make this a sustainable venture, folks. We are, with your help, we are making this something that we can do full time if we want to.
That's what I want to hear, Dave.
Yeah. And, because there's so much work to be done. There's so much time that we spend doing this and bringing this to you. And you guys it's starting to get to the level of numbers where donations are starting to make a difference. And I want to make a difference, not just for me, but for Todd and Cindy as well. And that's ideally, we would love to, go full time on this, and certainly getting so much support from Eric, from Barbara, from Christiana, from Lindsay, and we are establishing the way in which we're going to drop research. Here's what I asked today of Christiana, is that, like these beautiful letters, if I had these and these pictures, if I had these sitting here, if Todd and Cindy had them sitting there, that we can go even deeper into some of the topics, and I'm able to share those with you. And so the goal is to get all of you who want to share information with us, to get that into one filter, and then it goes through that filter, and all the duplicates and all the things that are disproven or don't matter, then they go down to another filter, where things are picked out for the show, and then I have it right in front of me. We're not searching for things, and it'll also give us more time to actually do live research with you, because we're not looking around for stuff, right? And then also that document that I'll be pulling off for the show will be brought to the IndoctriNATION.com, where you can go after the show, or you can go the next day and not only watch the show from the link on the IndoctriNATION.com through to YouTube or through Facebook, but you can also look at the documents yourself that we're showing on the show. We're sharing that information, and even some things that didn't make the show. So, and that includes memes, it includes videos, it includes so many things. So I want to thank everybody who's a part of that, who's making that happen, so that we can make this a better place, a better space. You're beautiful. You're warm. You're compassionate. You're awake. You love your friends. You love your family. Isn't it about time you love yourself? We might do a little viewer mail. If you have mail here, if you've sent mail, would you please chime in and tell me it's okay if I read your viewer mail? Because I've got a lot of it, and I'll probably get to a few letters tonight. Thank you. For some reason, I just went to the mailbox today. Got a lot of letters from you all, and thank you. And I'm going to show you that in a second, but I don't get there often enough because it's a P.O. box and I have to go and get it, and I'm, my schedule. And but I went there, and for some reason, Cosmopolitan is being mailed to us, the magazine. And I look on the cover, and there's two beautiful black women on the cover of Cosmo. Perfect. Always airbrushed and the whole bit, perfect. And I just gave it a quick look, and I went to throw it away. I always just throw it away right into the to the recycling bin. Not bringing that into the house, right? Not going to have my daughter growing up looking at Cosmo and feeling like less than. And it said we praise the women issue or something like that. And I'm like, are you kidding me? You don't praise women. You make them feel less than by showing perfect bodies and perfect faces and airbrushed and made up and lit perfectly. And you sell sex and you sell products that do not serve us. And you are supported by the pharmaceutical industry. You are supported by the banks. You are supported by the Mockingbird mainstream media. There is nothing of substance in you as a magazine because you question and challenge the substance of women everywhere. And so this is the expectation of you has been put there so that they can sell you something to make you feel better about yourself. You're beautiful. You're warm. You're compassionate. You're awake. You love your friends. You love your family. Isn't it about time you love yourself? We are strong. We are compassionate. We are beautiful human beings, and I'm so glad to be here with you. Let me just open, if you wouldn't mind. I'm going to open a few of these. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, Pete, did you check in your coat at the coat check? I don't know what's in the box. Do you want me to see what's in the box? Let me see. There's just a short little note with a lovely check. Susie, you don't mind if I read this, right? I just want to share this. Thank you, David, for all your hard work on all this. I know this isn't much, but it is sent from my heart. So thanks again, Susan. Thank you, Susan. And please, folks, will you do me a favor? That's beautiful. Will you do me a favor? If you're sending me something like this, will you please never apologize? Todd, thank you for that. That's amazing. Please never apologize for the amount. Do you have any idea what I think about when I pick these up and I realize that you actually, you got my address, you wrote a letter, you wrote a check, you mailed it, and it got to me. Just a little thank you. Dear Dave, thank you for all you, Todd, and Cindy do. I am new to your show and greatly appreciate your collective knowledge to assist in understanding what is going on in our world at this time. Thanks again, Lynn. P.S. Sometimes I still like to do things old school. Thank you, Lynn. That's amazing. Oh my gosh, Lynn, thank you. So generous. My gosh, folks, this is amazing. Thank you. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I'm not going to get to all of them because there's so much we want to do. But let me just pick a few. And if you want me to open the box, you guys are like little kids at Christmas. Okay, open the box. Oh my gosh, just a check. I mean, just amazing. Thank you, Jacqueline. That's amazing. Let me open one more letter. Let me open Brenda's, and then I'll let's see. Was written about 1 week ago. Let's see. Let me see. Open the box. Okay. I hope I can get it open. Holy cow! This is okay. Look at this. Just some. I think enough of that. Can you, this is, hope you're and your family as well, this is like a beautiful, look at this, 3-page typed letter, folks. 3-page typed letter. Isn't that amazing? Thank you, Brenda. I will read that. I love your show. I've been researching for several years. I am the kind of person who questions things. I've been questioning things since I was a teenager. I got burned out, though, and I'm taking a slow break. Show was great last night, as always. I want to ask you a question, and then we'll get into that another time. But thank you. If you guys have questions, feel free to put those in. Also, so thank you guys for all that. I'm going to get to some stuff later. Look at this. Elise, I think I have to open Elise's. Is that okay, Elise? She says, Uncle David Snedeker. Okay, that's how it was. Box. Okay. I got 2 boxes, guys. I got a box from Lindsay. Let me see. I thought I had my knife in here. I do somewhere. But, okay. I don't even know if I can open this thing. There we go. Yeah, so, Elise, awesome. Okay, I'm going to open yours too. Okay, oh my gosh, look at this. Holy cow. Guys, you got to see this. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. Oh my gosh, how cool. This is from Lindsay Heritage. Look at that. Hold on, let me get it. It says, Make America Great Again. Make America Great Again. Look at that. Pretty cool, huh? Look at that. It's like embroidered. Pretty cool. Thank you, Lindsay. That's fantastic. Sometimes I feel like I got a huge head when I got to go all the way down with that. Oh, and it's a autographed Donald Trump pen. Very cool. Look at that. Very cool. Isn't that cool? That's a cool hat. Look at Lindsay. Oh my gosh. Look at that. David, thank you for my sanity. Enjoy. Love and light, Lindsay. Look at her. How awesome. Thank you, Lindsay. That is absolutely fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. And I got to get this pen out. Donald Trump pen. Okay, very cool. I'm going to wear that for a second here. And okay, and let me open up Jane's, and then I'll go to Elisa's, and then we'll get to the show. What do you say? Guys, I like to, go a little casual on the weekends, right? And I wanted to do more of this, kind of like viewer mail kind of thing, right? And, of course, yes, Karen, I did get that. Thank you. Thank you so much, by the way. And you know what? I have not gotten to those like I wanted to, and my apologies, but please know that my life has been in a absolute whirlwind since I started doing like 6 shows a week. And this looks like, whoa, holy cow. It's something called, wow, La Vita Bella Olive Oil Company. Jane Heck, wow. It's olive oil. Cool, Jane. I'm going to check that out. And we'll have to see, let me see if I can open that. Here we go. I love olive oil. Look at this. La Vita Bella. Okay. We'll have to talk about, we'll maybe do sponsor the show. Yeah. Mango balsamic vinaigrette and garlic cilantro extra virgin olive oil. Fantastic. Fantastic. That is amazing. And beautiful little card and it. Oh my gosh, a check. Thank you, David. Thank you for your time, effort, and compassion as a single mom and with a special needs daughter and a small business owner. I can't afford much, but your show is important, so please accept my donation. Also, a small gift to you and yours of what I do for a living. I hope you enjoy. Wow, Jana, this is amazing. Oh my gosh, so amazing. Thank you. Beautiful. Look at that beautiful card. Guys, this fuels me. This is amazing. I got to tell you, it's incredible. It really is. It's incredible. Let me open Lisa's, and then we'll get on with the broadcast. Yeah. What a cool hat. Thank you, Lindsay, for that. So, guys, we're let me see. see what we got here. Look at this. All right. From Elise Capello. Lovely, lovely Elise. Uncle David Snedeker. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is going to be good, folks. Let me take this off just so that you can see my face. And that's a very heavy, warm hat. It's a little warm in here tonight. But winter's coming. This is from Elise. Look at that. That little bird on the elephant. Thanks. Okay to read. Oh, Cash, unbelievable. Elise, thank you. Amazing. Uncle Dave. Oh, wow. I love that you call me Uncle Dave, by the way. As the months roll by since I first started following your nightly truth talks, I have grown as a person. I have gained patience, gentleness, a desire to sit with truth without letting it consume me and making me angry, as well as a twisted tribe of snedheads who have embraced each other with a spirit and passion unlike anything else. Your presence in this crazy life and these crazy times have been a respite for my soul in the storm. I have adored you since I first found you in March, and I can say without hesitation that you are one of my favorite humans who I've never met in person. Yet. That's a yet. We will meet. To be part of your tribe brings me strength, joy, love, and a knowing that I have people who I can trust. Thank you could never be enough for all the ways you've helped me see and learn and grow. What an amazing, compassionate, kind, and loving soul you are. And truly I feel I was meant to collide with you. Please always take care of you first. I got these small reminders months back as a small token of thanks for the many long hours and hard work you put in to bring us all truth. Without you, I'd likely feel less safe in the world. I wrote down what they are supposed to help with. Please know you are loved and appreciated from the bottom of my and every last Snedhead's heart. I think it took me months to send because I wanted the perfect words to express my feelings. I realized life is short and I needed to just write the damn card already. LOL. Thank you for shining light in the dark places. Your special human soul. Love, love, love you, Uncle Dave. Hugs, light, and kindness. Elise Capello from Connecticut. Snedhead forever. And the card says, thanks. Consider this a great big hug. Elise, that was one of the best hugs I've ever had. Thank you for that. But it's not well, let me go to this first because I'm going to save, I think, what the best for last, maybe. Thank you for being here with me, guys, to kind of do this. Thank you, Deborah, for that. This is a hematite bracelet and energy. Hematite energy also aids original thinking and understanding complex ideas, enhances memory. Can't remember where I've heard that before, but I'm very excited. This is a chain, like not a chain, but a necklace, which I am going to put on. Elise, this is amazing. And this bracelet. Let me see if I can get my wrist. I've got huge wrists, by the way. My wrists are enormous because I'm a large human. But that's the bracelet. Cool. Bracelet, Picasso Jasper and Onyx Picasso. Assists recalling dreams, promotes harmony, protection from evil spirits, release of fear, transform negative energy. Beautiful. And then, with all the heaviness and evil trying to attack from all sides, I figured you could use it. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Elise. And then the little necklace. This is really cool. Guys, this is really amazing. And if I didn't get to your card, forgive me. And if you like this, kind of me reading these aloud, we can make this a thing. Look at that. I feel that already. And that's for energy, hematite. Fantastic. Now, the last thing from Elise is fabulousness. To Dave. Well, my son Liam, 6.5, heard I was sending you something, so he quickly whipped out a picture for you. Not his best work, he said, but he did in the 5 minutes he had. Wow. To Dave, love Liam. Thank you for helping my mommy. Wow. Liam, that is fantastic. That's a beautiful tree. It looks like an apple tree, maybe. Yeah, and that beautiful flower. I just went to a place in Ohio where they had like thousands and thousands of sunflowers, and that looks like some of the sunflowers that we saw. This is beautiful, and look at those little flowers. Thank you, Liam. I'm going to put it right here in front of me so that I can see it, and it can brighten my night here. Thank you. Elise, that was amazing. Wow. Ooh. Wow. It's beautiful. Yeah, the giving tree. Yeah. Yeah, that was, we got some beautiful people here, folks. Welcome home. Welcome home. This is amazing. So glad you're here. Thank you for that. I'm a mess. I'm a mess. Okay. That was something. Beautiful, Elise. Thank you. And you guys, all of you, thank you so much. And you guys write the things you write on, during the show. And, I get to go back and I get to see so much of it. And, yeah, that was something. Yeah. I love you all, and I feel it in return. Thank you.
Hey folks, it's Eric. I'm just chiming in. Hope you're having a good time. I know there's been a little bit of craziness out there, but hopefully people are enjoying what's going on. This is obviously a recap show, just a place for people to connect when Dave's getting some much needed time off. I got a different piece coming up. With the theater group that I was with, in the end, I had to actually leave them because of the indoctrinated millennials, unfortunately, which just drove us all so crazy that people started to leave, and I was included at the end. But we did some great work while the people were still there. It's a very short piece. It's a short film as part of the 48-hour film project. If you've never heard of the 48-hour film project, it's an interesting thing. It got started by a gent in D.C., and that's where I found out about it, because I actually knew this guy or met him, and it was introduced in the beginning. And it's all over the world in the country now, and it's about, you make an 8-minute or less film in one weekend with a bunch of crazy people that you bring together. It's a lot of fun. They make you use a prop, a character, and a line of dialogue, which gets pulled out of a hat randomly at this big opening festival on Friday night, and everybody races back to start writing and, planning and filming and then editing. It's a tough thing. If you've never worked on a film like that, you won't believe how much work it actually is. So anyway, this is one, I wish I could give you the elements, but it's been so long in my early senility I forget, but it's called The Choice. And it's got some really wonderful people in it. The gentleman that's the lead looks a lot like Richard Gere, real handsome bastage, as they say. And just a fun little piece. And after that, let's see, we got the choice. It's going to hit you with the Sned stream again. And the General Cinema's into Story Time with Uncle Dave with the Big Daddy. We're replaying that because it's short and it's really cute. And I'm going to probably push it forth to Big Pharma Tyranny in the Rain. That's kind of a nice one outside Dave's house. And then I'll push it probably forward to some of the other Sned cuts. So I hope you're having a good night. I love you guys, and enjoy the show.
Welcome to the Sned Drive-In.
Does it hurt? What exactly does a life choice decorator do?
Change the word decorator to designer.
Oh.
Next.
Are you ready to make your choice?
I haven't really thought about it.
Life is full of choices. Choose wisely.
Wealth looks good. Can you tell me more about it?
Be careful what you wish for.
All you want is all the money in the world. Mansion and a private yacht. Don't want a little bit of cash, you need a lot. Mercedes and a Beamer. Nothing sounds sweeter. To be richer than the queen. But nobody really cares about you, do they? Friends, if only you have money. But if you lost it all, what would you do? 'Cause in the end, no one will be there for you.
Have you considered fame?
You're not supposed to influence their decisions.
Have you read the sign on the door? It says Ivana right, not Ivana wrong.
Fame. Yeah, I can see that.
You're making a big mistake.
I want to be rich. I want to be richer. I want to be the richest.
You're gonna be a star. You will go real far. No one knows who you are until you get fame. When you get your wish, everything will change. Oh, this isn't where you thought it'd be. You just wanna feel normalcy. Wouldn't hurt to have some privacy. Oh, this really ruined everything.
Have you found something you like?
Be careful what you wish for.
All I ever really wanted was to have someone to hold. Finally found someone who shared a soul. But you don't love me like you do. But I'd be better off if I never even met you.
You're right. I think I want love.
just want love. You just want love. You just want love.
Ms. Wright, it's dark in here. Ms. Wright, what do I do now? Ms. Wright?
Just go into the light, Mark.
Together now. Push. Push. You're doing great. Push. There we go. Push. Push.
Cheers, everybody. Having a little hot tea. My Big Daddy mug. My little girl made for me. I tell you about this mug. I'll tell you a quick story. We'll start off with a little story time with Uncle Dave, and then we'll get going. So, good evening, everybody. So, we're going to a Big Lots back in the day. My wife and my little girl, and she must have been, I don't know, 4 years old, and maybe younger, maybe 3. And she goes ahead of me down this aisle. Amy peels off one aisle, and I'm following her. I'm kind of lollygagging, looking around. And she just turns around and she says, "Come on, Big Daddy." She had never called me Big Daddy in my life. Nobody had called me Big Daddy, back in my single days maybe. All right. But nobody had called me Big Daddy until that moment in time. And we literally, she turns down this corridor. She wasn't reading yet, and she wasn't even at that aisle yet. So she turns down this aisle, and I turn down this aisle, and the first thing I see up on the counter or up on the rack is that. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. So of course I bought it, and I've been using it ever since. So cheers, everybody. Hey there, you hear that sound? That thunder? That's the sound of tyranny. Today in California, Democrats, you know, those bastions of freedom and women's rights and people's rights, the frauds that they are in California, voted 24 votes. 4 abstained from voting, 4 Democrats. 10 Republicans voted against Bill SB 276, which was written by Senator Pan and his pharmaceutical lobbyists to force human beings to have their children injected with harmful chemicals, pig fetus, aborted fetal tissue, mercury with thimerosal, which they've now taken out of many of them, aluminum, all these things to be injected into your child, and soon they'll be forcing adults to be vaccinated as well. This isn't an epidemic, folks. It never was an epidemic, but the mainstream media has told you this because the mainstream media is supported and funded by Big Pharma, and Big Pharma is who gets rich by this. It is raining here in California right now. Thunder, lightning, which is the perfect backdrop for medical tyranny, okay? Not seen before since the likes of Nazi Germany, okay? This is for real, folks. Anything with a risk to human body, to human mind, must have choice. That's a freedom of choice, okay? And right now I'm exercising my freedom of speech, okay? This violates the Fourth Amendment in every way, shape, and form by our personal bodies and our children's personal bodies. This is not okay on any level of creative imagination to force us to do things that we do not want to do. Under the guise that they give a shit about us. They don't. They do not. Okay? These people do not. What they do care about is the amount of money that they're being paid by the pharmaceutical lobbyists and the pharmaceutical companies to push this legislation right down our throats, okay? This isn't about whether you're for vaccines or against vaccines. Some do not find harm in vaccines. Other parents find harm in vaccines because they've actually seen their children react or die or be paralyzed or be affected very, very negatively by vaccines. They're not making this stuff up, folks. These are parents of children who are telling real stories of their children and how their children were adversely affected by vaccines that they were injected by doctors. So Senator Pan, who is a doctor himself, is telling Californians that they can no longer get a medical exemption from their doctor unless some salaried and government employee tells us that, yes, that's okay, your medical exemption is okay. So they're taking away the right for us to talk to our doctor and figure out what's best for our child based on medical history of our family and based on the biology of our child. This is tyranny. There is no two ways about this. This is absolute medical tyranny at the hands of government employees that we pay their salary. We elected these folks, and they are not reacting in the best interest of us. They are reacting in the best interest of their supporters. The gods are angry, my friends, okay? And so are the people of California. It's no laughing matter, because what's happened is our rights are being taken away from us. They're being eroded, slowly but surely, by politicians that have a conflict of interest. Senator Pan has taken large sums of money from the pharmaceutical lobby. These people who have voted against the will of human beings in the state have taken money from pharmaceutical lobbyists and pharmaceutical companies. The media that is reporting to you about the outbreak, the measles outbreak, and all these fake, remember the H1N1 virus outbreak? They were trying to inject all of us with something back then, and that failed to be true, okay? The mainstream media is reporting this stuff, folks. The mainstream media gets a third of their ad revenue from pharmaceutical companies. And we're going to still turn on their television and watch CNN. We're going to watch NBC. We're going to watch CNBC. We're going to watch these jokes, these people that are paid actors tell us what we should and should not do. Listen to the language of their voices. Listen to the languages that they use. The verbiage that they use is scripted for them to control us, to control our minds. This is not we can't say these people are idiots. These people aren't idiots. These people are calculated. These people are paid to do exactly what they are presently doing. And that is committing fraud against the American people, because they are lying to us in every way, shape, and form. Not exactly true. They'll tell you who won the ball game, and you can validate that. They'll tell you, well, it's going to rain today, and guess what? It rained today, okay? They're going to tell you that there's a fair down the street of your local community. So they're going to tell us just enough truth so that we trust them, and then they're going to turn around and they're going to lie to us. They're going to lie to us about a Russian collusion hoax. They're going to lie to us about whether or not vaccines are good for us. They're going to lie to us about fluoride being good for us in our water. They're going to lie to us about so many things. I can't even think right now because I'm so angry. Because we're being manipulated by these people, and we don't even see it, and we don't even understand it. And instead we argue, well, vaccines are good for us. We need the herd immunity. You know what animal is talked about when you talk about a herd? Sheep. It's time to stop acting like sheep, folks, and wake up to the tyranny that is surrounding us. We don't have freedom of choice anymore. Okay? If this goes forward. I'm going to share with you something that passed very recently on a federal level that's going to help us get through all this. And I'm going to do a little more research on it. But fear not, because we're not going to let this stand. We're not going to let this stand. These people are corrupted. Very badly. They're paid to make these decisions. We have to understand this. And the ones that aren't actively engaged in this conspiracy against their fellow man are just indoctrinated into believing the narrative that is necessary to perpetuate the poisoning of our minds and our bodies. Folks, this is something that we must pay attention to. But here's the problem. Guess what? I've been working all day. My lady's been working all day. We're trying to keep a roof over our heads. We're trying to make things happen so financially. We're trying to pay the bills. We're distracted by things that don't matter so that we can't take care of the things that do matter. We're distracted by other things. We don't have time for this stuff. We don't have time to fight. There are people up in Sacramento. There are people that are blogging. There are people that are trying to get our attention, trying to say, hey, this is crazy. We cannot allow this to happen. This is tyranny against human beings. These people are trying to tell us this, and they are devoting their time to this. We got to pay attention to them. Nobody's getting rich off trying to tell you, don't allow government officials to dictate our medical future. Nobody's getting rich by that. They're trying to warn us by it. Okay? We got to listen to these folks. Pay attention to them. This is not something that we got to take lightly, but the problem is we don't have time for it, and that's by design. That's by design. This is not something that we can allow, that we can stand back and allow. 24-10, the State Senate of California just passed that we have to force injections into our children, and guess what? It's coming for us next, adults. It's already come to the medical space. If you're a nurse, or you're a doctor, or you're work in a hospital, you have to get these dangerous vaccines. But that's why you have to take into account the biology of your child, the biology of the human being, in relation to putting chemicals in your body, okay? There are people that are spending hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars to try to get these metals out of our body, like aluminum and mercury, that we need to get these metals out of our body because they're neurotoxins. They affect our brain. The fluoride in the water affects our pineal gland. It calcifies our pineal gland, which is where we dream, where we create, where we vividly create our world. They're stealing our dreams. They're stealing our health. They're stealing our children. They're robbing our children. The education on a public level is burying our children in homework. This is not the way it's supposed to be. Finland's kicking everybody's ass in education. Guess what? They're doing less school, less hours at school, more physical activity, and less homework. No homework, okay? And guess what? They're leading the world in education right now. But guess what? The government doesn't want an educated populace because then they can't pull the wool over their eyes like they're doing right now with this whole fake epidemic of measles. Measles is not an epidemic, folks. Nobody's died from the measles in 10 years. I think 2 people have died in 15 years, and one didn't die from it. They just found in the autopsy that they might have had the virus in them. That's 15 years. That's hundreds of millions of people. Measles is not an epidemic. If they really care about you, if they really care about saving people, about saving children, then they need to start look at the VAERS where people file for damage to vaccines. You need to look at those numbers, folks. This is not an argument that we have. If you don't want to own a gun, don't own a gun. If you don't want to vaccinate your child, don't vaccinate your child. If you want to vaccinate your child, that's your business. But if you vaccinate your child should be safe from a child that's not vaccinated, okay? If that vaccine works. The problem is the vaccines don't work. That's a fact. They're using old medicine for this, and it does not work. And it is very dangerous because they take a lot of things. They have a lot of things. They've gotten rid of religious exemptions. Religious exemptions. They're putting pig DNA in these vaccines. They're putting human aborted fetus tissue in these vaccines. Do you understand that? Have you studied this? Have you looked at the actual ingredients in the vaccines? Because if you haven't, then you can't have a conversation about it. Because not only do you have to know what's in the vaccines, you also have to know what those things and how adversely they affect the body and the brain. Okay? Aluminum is being found at high levels in Alzheimer's victims. People with Alzheimer's have high levels of aluminum. Okay? Guess what's in vaccines? Aluminum. These are things that we need to know, we need to talk about. But Senator Pan and all these people that are passing this tyrannical legislation against the people of California, you're going to pay for this, okay? Because you're gonna find your day in court, and I want you to go to prison because this is tyranny. I want you to go to prison, just like the men at Nuremberg and the women in Nuremberg, okay? That's the level this is going to. Because this is tyrannical behavior against the population of California right now. And that's not okay. It's not okay, and it's not legal. It's against our Constitution. It violates our Fourth Amendment. It violates just our sovereignty as human beings. And we're not even questioning their ties to the pharmaceutical companies. That's not even being challenged. We're not even challenging Senator Pan's ability to do this as a doctor, telling us that we cannot talk to our doctor about whether or not vaccines are good for our children. It's absolutely got to stop, and we've got to understand that if we don't stop it here, it's going to continue. Okay? It's going to go to other states. It's going to go to not just children, but adults. Adults are going to have to get injected, and this takes away our sovereignty as human beings. And everybody, whether you're pro-vaccine or anti-vaccine, should be very, very afraid. Herd immunity, yes, that's when you're talking about sheep, okay? That's when you're talking about sheep, is when you talk about a herd. And herd immunity, it's a fallacy. All right, listen. Please call your senators in California, congressmen in California, Governor Newsom, and say that this just can't happen. And let's open up a can of worms here, people. Let's go on the offensive. Let's find out what ties Pan has to pharmaceutical companies. Let's find out what ties all these legislators have. Let's find out how much money they're receiving for their campaigns through PACs, through all these organizations that funnel the money through them so that it doesn't look like they're compromised by the pharmaceutical companies, okay? Everything's coming out, folks. Pfizer's being released in the next week, okay? President Trump is releasing the Pfizer agreement, and what we're going to find out is that there's corruption at the highest level, okay? And if there's corruption at the highest level, President Obama and Clapper and Brennan and all these cats that were spying against President Trump and spying against us, the other human beings in the United States, if it can happen there, which we're going to find out it did, it can happen anywhere. And it can certainly happen in California, one of the most corrupt states in the United States. And that's what's happening. It's corrupt, and it's affecting us, and now they're coming into our bodies. Not okay. Not okay. I love you. Take care.
Hey folks, it's Eric. I'm going to go ahead and call it for tonight to not keep everybody up too late. I'm glad people could join and connect. The Sned family out there, it's been kind of fun. And we've got, I don't think we have too much longer before some things happen. You know, nobody can really predict, but we can see what's going on with the election situation. And it's pretty dramatic. I mean, there's not too many people left on YouTube. They took everybody down on October 15th. It's amazing that we're still standing at all. Amazing Polly is on BitChute. My good friend Angel Wallace is on Rumble. By the way, for those of you who know Angel, I'm hoping to get her to come on with Dave for, 30 minutes, an hour to just yap with him on the show, especially now that we got the sound back and the calls seem to sound good. She's out there on Rumble and she's still making videos like a nut. I love it. And I was introduced to a lot of the truth topics from Angel in her very silly, fun way. But yeah, things are coming fast, I think. I think during the week we're going to see a lot because of the legal battles. And I think it's going to be quiet on the weekends. Just take to heart that if something does come, like a boom, even now, if there was a boom, just try and keep David from coming on the air. You know what I mean? He will come on if there's something big. So if you see this up on the channels on the weekends or Wednesday, and it's the Sned Drive-In, you know that it's probably been a pretty quiet day, and he's getting his rest. But for anything that happens outside of that, don't even fret. You'll be seeing Dave, and you'll be seeing Dave live. That's just the way it is. I love you guys. It's great. You guys are one of the best parts of this whole experience is, the big family thing. And stay good to each other and, keep each other strong through this. We still got some bumps to go through, and we'll see where it lands. I think it'll land in a good place. So I love you guys. Have a great night. Get some sleep, I hope. I know I'll try at some point. And take care.